everyone, and welcome to another episode on the Pandacraft server. Today we're going to start back inside the castle. Inside this pillar, there's absolutely no building from the inside of the castle. So it's a perfect opportunity to build some little farms that I want to have going whenever I'm inside the castle. And because I've got so much building to be done inside the castle, there's a couple of farms I want to get done nice and early. One of the things I've been struggling to get a hold of all season is wheat for mud blocks and things like that. So I want to build a little wheat farm. The other thing as well is my main food source is golden carrots. And while I have plenty of gold, I'm starting to really run low on carrots, and I kind of don't have a carrot farm anymore. The only carrot farm I had was the original one that I had that sort of sat somewhere down here as part of my starter base. But that's long gone, and I'm starting to really run low on carrots now. So in this corner over here, I'm going to build a villager-based carrot and wheat farm. And that way, while I'm building the rest of this castle, we're going to have carrots and wheat just slowly being harvested by the villagers. And that'll make sure that we've got plenty of wheat in case we need more mud and things like that, which I've got big plans for mud later in the season. And also carrots, because we are starting to run out of food. I've got about half a shulker box of food, which might sound like a lot, but I can go through like 2 or 3 stacks sometimes making a single episode. So I've probably got enough to last me like 4 or 5 episodes, and then I'm done. So let's get started on that. I'm going to use the same design I had last year for this farm. The carrot farm itself is actually by Ilmango, and use my version of the wheat farm that I had last year. Now, that was a pretty good wheat farm. It is designed by myself. However, the carrot farm itself underneath and the layout of the whole thing, technically Ilmango. So I just want to make sure he gets the credit for that. I'll put a link down in the description to his tutorial from about 3 years ago. The beauty about this is, and it is pure luck, is that little dirt pillar there in the darkness is actually the dead center of this tower. So it lines up perfectly with that up there. And if I'm building the farm that I built last season, the last block of it is this wall right here and that wall right there. So it's a perfect fit. So let's get into a quick time lapse and build this farm. And the farms are complete. So we've got 4 little villages over here working away. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. They pick up the carrots, they replant them for us because they're all farmers. They try to feed this guy who's sitting inside the 2 hopper minecarts, and because he's inside the hopper minecarts, the hopper minecarts actually collect them before he has a chance to, and they end up going down the bottom there. You can see like a bit of a shulker loader happening. They basically load it into the shulker boxes for us straight away, so we don't have to worry about packing them up or anything like that. We just literally come here, they come through, and I can't open that one because it's covered, but if you come in here, you can see we've already got 5 stacks of carrots, so that's pretty cool. Up the top, we have a wheat farm. Now, the way this one works is relatively simple. We have the same 4 villages. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. But you'll notice there's no villager in the middle this time. And the reason is, if these guys pick up the wheat, they'll actually give the guy in the middle bread. I know that they've got no way of cooking it, but hey, they work it out. They work it out. They've got no crafting table or anything, but they can make bread. What they'll also do is they'll compost the seeds. So you'll see a little composter there. That gives them their job, and they'll compost the seeds. That's actually a problem. If they compost the seeds, their inventories will get filled with wheat. All of a sudden, they won't be able to plant any more seeds because they won't be able to carry any. So I filled their inventories up to the brim with seeds, and I've put these trapdoors around the top of here, and that stops them from being able to walk walk up to the composter. So they pick up the seeds when it grows, and they'll drop the wheat and the seeds on the floor just like this. Below us, if you listen carefully, you'll hear a minecart. And what will happen is the minecart will come in underneath here and will come through. And as it comes underneath it, it'll collect them through the block. Then it'll come through over here to a shulker unloader. It'll pop off here and all the items will fall onto this hopper, which will then go through the sorting system here. I'll hop out of free cam. We have wheat coming in over here. We can see we've got almost 8 stacks. And over the other side is quite simply all the seeds just come through here. They get composted and they end up in that barrel right there. So yeah, so we've got almost 9 stacks of wheat. You can see that's just added another half a stack from that last run. And we get a little bit of bone meal from all the seeds that we don't need. Now, I'll pretty all this up later on. I don't want to do it just yet because basically I don't know exactly where the inside of the castle is going to come. It's quite large, and I believe there's a bit of space over here, so it shouldn't be an issue. I know nothing is built inside the pillars, but as you can see, this is just popping out just ever so slightly. So I just want to make sure that before I build anything around it, I'm not going to interfere with the interior of the building because that's obviously the more important part. If I need to expand this later on, I can, or if I need to add something else like a potato farm or something, I can as well. Now, this is all sort of temporary as well. So this sorter is just so that I've got something sorting it and it's not creating an absolute mess and ending up with too many seeds in the system. So this is just temporary. This was just such a perfect little build though. I've built the farm here. You'll notice right here, there should be a block directly below me of dirt with wheat on it. And I've lost that one block just to allow the minecart to come up. But you can see if you look carefully just how tight this is all packed in and that it's quite literally a perfect fit. I had to make a very slight modification to it, but it's worked out perfect. I think I mentioned in the last episode, I'm going to have a big automatic sorting system this season. And that's going to sit somewhere in this general area over here. And once that happens, all of these items will actually get put into water streams and they'll be sent straight into the system. So all of this is just temporary until I have that. So that's going to be churning away constantly in the background now. If we have a look, you can see that the farmers are still loaded in. They're all still working while I'm over here building. So now I can start building the rest of this castle. And in the whole time I'm doing it, I'm going to be gaining more wheat and more carrots. So now let's go into the base and start building more build. Oh, wait, another lectern. There's another lectern. This can only mean one thing. Let me just check. Hang on a second. Yes, look, the lectern's gone. Okay. So our mystery guest who has been setting up this challenge for me has given another lectern and 2 barrels, which I'm really hoping are not connected up to CNT because I don't really want to have to build this, but let's check it out. I see that you have found all the buttons. Congratulations. Your reward as promised is to the left, but that was only the beginning. The real challenge begins. Don't let your mind lead you astray. Look at the next page for your instructions. Okay, let's just, before we check the next page out, let's have a quick look. This is my reward for finding all the buttons. Are we ready? Oh, look at that. Bunch of diamonds. Oh, hang on. Keep the skull or hand it into Warden's bounty. Okay. So just a Warden head. All right. What are the rest of these names? Let's just... Okay, so they're all diamonds. It's 13. This is also a diamond. Okay, so we've got 14 diamonds and a Warden's head. Not bad for finding 10 buttons. That's better than 1 diamond per button. All right, let's read on. So I heard you like riddles, Well, here's what I have for you. You've been given a choice of 3 different books, each one giving a different riddle, giving clues to an item that exists in the world of Minecraft. The difficulty will vary and so will the reward of each item you collect, though you must get it correct or there will be punishment. Do you accept yes or yes? Which one should I say? I'll go with yes. No, change my mind. I'm going yes. Okay. Okay, I got it. Look in the barrel, take 1 riddle. FYI, you can pick up the book if you need. All right, so I can take the book off this lectern. Let's have a quick look in the barrel, see what we've got. So we have hard, high reward, medium, average reward, and easy, low reward. I mean, I've got to go hard, right? Let's just quickly clarify. So if I come back in here, on page 3, it says, look in the barrel and take 1 riddle. So I can only take 1 of those books. Easy, medium, or hard? How about this? Why don't I leave it up to you guys? I will leave this lectern here for the next episode. And I'll get you to tell me down in the comments, should I go with the easy, the medium, or the hard? Whatever you choose, that's the one I'll do. You tell me, easy, medium, or hard. But in the meantime, we are going to do some more building. We have an interior here that looks very, very, very similar to the actual Peach's castle. But it doesn't really go too far. We've got this, we've got a hallway, and we've got a bunch of rooms that come off of this that go absolutely nowhere. What I want to do in this episode is I actually want to just try and finish off this level of floor. So I want to do the room behind that door, the room behind that door, the room behind that door, and that door. And then at the top here, I want to do what's through that door and what's through this door. It's a lot of building, and I don't know if I can get it all done in one episode, but we are going to try. We're going to try our hardest, and we're going to try that right now. That was so much building, and oh my goodness, was it Italy. So this is the first stage we have here. It's a very basic room, really, and in the game it's just as basic. It was really the first ever three-dimensional game where you could go forward, backwards, up and down, left and right. Like, nothing like that had existed when this game came out. This was brand new, and all the textures were as basic as they could be because, simply put, no one had done it before, and they didn't really have powerful computing power. Powerful computing. We're going to go with that. Anyway, so there's a lot to do still because there's a big painting that needs to go here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just put these item frames on here. And then I've got this map, and it's just a blank map that I made in the Nether. If you take a map in the Nether, it's going to get the Nether roof, and this is how it renders off, so which is kind of a cool little pattern. But the way it works in the Mario game is that you enter the level and then you sort of see the painting and then you jump through it and you enter the world. So I've left all the paintings as these open fence gates we can jump through. I'm covering them all up in these paintings. Now I know that they're not the same as the ones that we have in Mario, but I do plan on making the paintings. It's just going to be so much work. So for now, what I'm going to do is everywhere there should be a painting is just going to be one of these paintings just to sort of block it off and make it look sort of nice still. That way we're not looking out into the background and things like that. And then of course, even these corner ones, these will eventually be paintings as well. So as you can tell, I've got so much to do. You do not belong there, buddy. And as you can see, that looks a whole lot better than running through here and just seeing outside. But we still have the opportunity to be able to fly straight through it. And from the back, which no one will see it from, it look like that. And then of course we can even put like a painting on the other side if we really wanted to, just so we're not looking at the fence gates. So let's have a quick tour through each of these rooms. This first room leads to Bomb Battlefield. It has stone pillars, red carpet, a sandstone looking wall, and this higher platform. The next room is Cool Mountain. We have two tiers of stairs here that go down with the nice checker plate floor and roof that match. There's not a great deal of detail in this room, but the three paintings are definitely going to take a bit of time. The room has quite a nice shape going back up the stairs. Next up is Womp's Fortress. As you can see, we've got the checker plate roof with a bit of brick. Nice red carpet with bricks taking us down to the lower levels. If we look at it from the picture side, we can see it goes up and it comes around the steps. Very similar to the last room, but it's got its own little features to it. And again, the stone pillars in the corner like we had in the first room. The next level here is Jolly Roger Bay. This was not my favorite map of the game. In fact, I hated this map. But it's still a beautiful room. I love this room. I love the way it's turned out. I just need to fill the aquarium with a bunch of fish and it'll look complete. This room also has a secret aquarium hidden in one of the black holes on the top right there in Super Mario 64. This next room may be small, but it hides a very important secret. The princess's secret slide. Now, I don't have enough room to build the slide, but this room still has a secret. Can you figure it out? And last but not least is Bowser's Dark World #1. We have the stone archways, we have the wooden walls, and in the game, as you would walk closer towards the picture at the end, it would be a picture of Princess Peach and it would turn into a picture of Bowser. And then you would hit a boundary and fall down this black hole. So I think it came together really well. I think it looks great. I just want to show you this. So if you remember, I mentioned that there was a little bit of the back of this that was sandstone, and that's because that is the interior of the wall. So you can see just how tight this was. If I pop down here, those 2 blocks is where the zombie walks, and then this is literally just to keep it in. And you can see the wall goes all the way down on this side and again on this side too. But that's not where it ends. Everything is a super tight fit. This is the floor that will lead into a staircase. So there'll be a staircase that'll sort of go up here, a bit of a spiral staircase to the next floor. There's still a few more floors above us to do. But you can see that that's the floor of the staircase, and then this here is the roof of where the villagers are. And it's literally just a 1 block gap. And while we're talking about 1 block gaps, this corner piece that comes out, you can see we've only got 1 block underneath the red carpet here. And even here where it first enters, you sort of enter on a bit of a stone and then you step up. And even that is actually touching the roof of here. Let me just pop into free cam real quick. This is a bit of a better view. I know it's a bit dark, but you can see how it all sort of comes together. And if we pop over this side, we can see the little corner room, which pops out this corner bit here. It literally sits directly on top of this build. And then there's only a 1 single block on the diagonal gap right there. And then of course we've got the aquarium room, which is my personal favorite. I just love this room. And once we get some fish in here, it's going to look fantastic. And later in the season, we'll come through all these rooms and we'll fill out all the paintings to make sure that they all have the right paintings in them that we're meant to have. I need to make them all pixel art paintings, and it's going to be a lot of work. So just this one, for an example, this is a 3x3 painting. That means 1 painting is 4 chunks by 4 chunks. So that's a 16 chunk pixel art there. But because of the way I'm going to be doing it, it'll be a 12 chunk by 12 chunk, which makes it 144 chunk pixel art. That is a lot of blocks. And then these 2 paintings are the exact same as that one, but because of the angle, you can see they're actually across 4 paintings. I've got to figure out how that's going to work, because if you're looking at it from here, you can only see 2 parts of it. If you're looking at it from here, you can see like all 4. If you're looking at it from here, you can only see 2. So I've got to figure it out. I think I might just do that painting first, and then I might just paste it here and that middle line, double it up on here and just see how it looks, because I think that'll be the closest I can do. If that doesn't work, then I'll make this painting twice, only this one will be wider. But that is going to have to be for another episode, because sadly I have run out of time. Again, we've got the challenge here. Make sure you let me know which one you want me to do, easy, medium or hard, and we'll see how we go with this challenge in the next episode. But that is all I have time for today, so thank you so much everyone for watching. If you've made it this far and you're not already subscribed, please make sure to subscribe before you leave, and make sure to give the like button a bit of a boop. And if you can comment, that'd be great. Even just a thumbs up or an emoji, every bit of engagement helps the channel. I'm Sim, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!